So, ironically enough, I think that Don't Test Your Luck is probably my favorite track on the record overall. And it's got nothing to do with song quality. It's an amazing song. I think it has everything to do with sentimental value. I first got in contact with Rachel back in 2019, and I was put on to her by a friend of mine who I used to have drama class with in college, and it was pretty much just oh, you do music, she does music, you guys should get together and create something. So, my original thoughts were, okay, cool. My first impression of Rachel and her music was just an ambiguous yet raw, direct, blunt approach to her writing. So many artists these days worry about their image, do they look cool, do they sound cool, and I don't get those vibes from Rachel at all. She very much wants you, the listener, to feel exactly what she's describing in her writing. She wants you to be able to understand where she's coming from, and I think that's what drew me directly to her music right away. And I don't think Rachel even knows this, but she saved my record. I had a whole different iteration of how I wanted my album to sound, and unfortunately in the music business, whether you're in mainstream or you're an indie artist, we deal with unprofessionalism a lot. I had this artist who I was really stapling the record around, and for whatever reason it didn't work. She ended up backing out, and I didn't really have much of a direction. Lo and behold, I contacted Rachel back in March of this year. I sent her this track that I had been working on in the studio in Brooklyn for some time, and I kind of just threw it at her. Hey, I got this track. It's a little cinematic. It's a little dramatic. I think you sound great on it. And without hesitation, immediately she said, send it. And then later that day, she said she loved it and she'd have something for me by that night. I love Don't Test Your Luck. It's such a story that I think we can all relate to, having somebody that you love out, enjoying their life, partying, living it up while you're wherever you are with them on your mind. It's so relatable. And now we have this amazing bop, from the late 70s, early 80s, synth pop vibe that I didn't even really expect. And I think I could only get that kind of content, lyrically and with that feeling from somebody like Rachel.